Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug has to be one of the top rap duos of all time. For a brief but unforgettable stretch in the mid-2010s, the chemistry was undeniable. The music was everywhere, and they looked like the future of Atlanta rap. But just as quickly as they rose together, the partnership unraveled, leaving behind one of the hip-hop's biggest what-if stories. DeQuantes Lamar, better known as Rich Homie Quan, grew up in Atlanta Zone 3. Before rap, he was a promising baseball player with dreams of going pro. But after losing his scholarship and serving time for burglary, he turned to music. His melodic, emotional delivery set him apart, and by 2013, his single, Type of Way, became a national hit, making him one of Atlanta's hottest young stars. Jeffrey Williams, known as Young Thug, came up in Jonesboro's South Projects. His eccentric style, unpredictable flows, and high-pitched delivery made him stand out from the start. His I Came From Nothing mixtape series and breakout singles like Stoner and Danny Glover gave him traction and built his reputation as one of the most unique voices in rap. What makes their story even more powerful is that Quan and Thug weren't just industry acquaintances. They actually went to middle school together in Atlanta. Quan has said in interviews that they had crossed paths back then, long before fame, which made their later bond feel authentic when they finally linked up musically. It was like two old friends reconnecting, and the results were explosive. By 2013 and 2014, their collaborations were dominating the streets. Their chemistry caught the attention of Birdman, who was looking forward to rebranding his Rich Gang movement. Quan and Thug became the centerpiece of that vision, and together delivered hits like Lifestyle and Da Vinci. Their blend of Quan's melodic groaning and Thug's wild, unpredictable energy created a sound that felt fresh and unstoppable. For a moment, they were the face of Atlanta's new wave, and fans believed they could run the game for years. But behind the scenes, cracks began to form. In 2015, Donovan Big Nut Thomas Jr., a respected figure in Atlanta and a close associate of YFN Lucci, was murdered in a drive-by shooting. The killing was allegedly tied to affiliates of Young Thug's YSL crew when Lil Woody Copeland name surfaced in the connection. Big Nut had been a supporter of YFN Lucci, who was emerging as another star in Atlanta. According to accounts from the streets, Big Nut wanted Rich Homie Quan to distance himself from Young Thug and instead line with Lucci, believing it would be safer and smarter for Quan's career. This murder not only sparked a violent feud between YFN Lucci and Young Thug, but also indirected fracture between Quan and Thug's relationship. Quan began to step back from Rich Gang, publicly saying he wanted to focus on his solo career. But fans and insiders speculated that the street politics and the fallout from Big Nut's murder played a major role in the split. Around the same time, Young Thug made dismissive comments about Quan, even mocking him on stage by calling him names. Quan admitted in interviews that it hurt him deeply because he had considered Thug a brother. Over the years, both artists downplayed the idea of an official beef, but the distance between them was obvious. Thug went on to build YSL into a powerhouse label, while Quan's career slowed down due to label disputes and personal setbacks. Quan's father later revealed that the fallout with Thug had been a major emotional impact on the son, both personally and professionally. During the ongoing YSL Rico trial, Lil Woody, an affiliate of Young Thug, admitted on the stand that he and another associate were responsible for the shooting of Rich Homie Quan's father's barbershop, a claim that Rich Homie Quan later denied in an interview, calling it completely false. Just days after that interview, shocking reports began circulating online, alleging that Rich Homie Quan had passed away after taking a fake pill. Though the details remain unconfirmed, meanwhile Young Thug, fresh out of his RICO case, has been caught in his wave of his own controversy. On Thursday, September 4th, 2025, an old jail call leaked online where Thug made headlines for comments he made about several rappers, including Glorilla, Future, and his girlfriend Mariah the Scientist, in Ghana, sparking intense debate across social media. In the end, the story of Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug is one of hip-hop's greatest missed opportunities. They had the chemistry, the hits, and the momentum to dominate the 2010s as a duo. But pride, street politics, and tragedy tore them apart. Still, their brief run together remains legendary, proof of what happens when two unique talents collide at the right moment in time.